Yo, what's good, everybody? Today I wanted to give you guys a breakdown of my Ableton template and put a free download in the description. So let's check it out. Okay, so I have this little project right here. Let's give it a listen. Okay, cool. So first things first, we have the side chain. It's a MIDI note, and it's being sent to the groups with a volume shaper on the mids, the effects, and the sub, and it just looks like this. Now, this is an older volume shaper plugin. I'm going to have a second template with the sidechain set up as a utility, just ducking the gain. So you would have this, and this will automate down, and that'll be in the download as well. And I'll show you that at the end of the video. But yeah, so just have a MIDI note triggering that, and it's triggering whenever the kick and snare play. So let's listen to those, and let's see. There's nothing on the drums group except for a washout. I'll automate this, sometimes. But yeah. So yeah, I just found a kick and snare that I liked, and let's see. So I'm cutting the sides out of the kick, clipping it. It's not turned up at all. And yeah, I put a glue compressor on it. Also a little bit of processing on the snare as well, pretty much the same thing. Let's go on to the cymbals. So cymbals are usually going to be set to like -6. That's what the template's set to. I just, turned them up a little bit. Again, we just have some multi-band, a little bit of saturation, glue compressor, and an EQ. So right, so that's how I would do, this number. A little pro tip, so I have some delay on these, so they're not just on the grid. And yeah, just some good drums, some bad clad, muerte, just pick the stuff you like. Cool. And let's check out the effects group. So yeah, just a saturator on there. This is a group for all these sounds. And there's just EQ kind of, taking care of it. And like we could even throw like a reverb on here just to push in the background a little bit, Okay. Let's see, these are just some, some cool loops, right? And I put reverb on each one or whatever. Cut out some stuff. Yep. And then we have this one is not part of that group, but it's one of the background effects. Cool. Let's look at the bass group. So yeah, in the template, there's like 2 serums just ready to go. And then I'll just add, sounds as I need to. And so we have this group with all the sounds, and I just like to keep the mid group kind of clean. But yeah, there's a multiband, loop compressor, again, a washout, and the side chain. So let's see. And so yeah, I have a 50 milliseconds of delay on the whole group. So these are just some cool sounds I found. And yeah, that's about it. Now, see, I'm not even using the sub or the vocal group. On the sub group, there's just a serum with a regular sub setup, and it's at -6. So that on the master, um, you're hitting span around here. So I'll just show you, like, if I take some MIDI notes. Where's it? Here. Let me put these in. And then if you go on the master and you look at span, you can see it's hitting, like, where we want it. And I didn't have to do anything. Or you can also, like, take a reference track and, like, I just have a blank Pro Q on my master, and I'll check the reference. And if you look at the sub, so, like, usually songs will hit a little bit around here. Like, if you play like a Murata or a Sudden Death track, it'll be a little up there. And I mean, you can just kind of like turn this up and maybe like bring this to like -4. And let's go take a look. So see, now it's hitting loud enough, and we're still like, good here. It's just a little over the like -30. So you could easily make this the sub for this. Let's just make it match. Just make sure it matches. Yeah, it's a little muddy because I already kind of processed all this. But you could just kind of group it up and throw this on there. And there you go. But yeah, so in this case, I'm using the sub that is in the gun sample. And let's just take a look at that. So you can see I follow the same like rules. Go over here and look at the span. So see, we could be a little louder, Let's take a look. So yeah, like we could even like just distort this some more. Now let's go look at it again. Now it's, loud. Let's listen to it all together. We could delete this because we're not using it. So you can see we're hitting like -2 lufs, And so on the master, I like to add this some side compression. It's just some multi-band splitting the mids and the sides, and it does make a good little bit of difference. But yeah, there's that on my master. That's not in the template, but I could show you how to set this up. Pro Q is just monitoring. G clip is boosting a little bit. And I have a side and mono check. Spectrum, again, just checking the low end, and span and Swiss Army to check the overall loudness. So yeah, that's the template. I mean, this is a different project, but the template is just a blank version of this. And so this is how you would, succeed using it. Just make a little simple drop, and go from there. And I'll show you guys how to use multiband to get some thick basses going, probably in the next video. Cool. Switch it back to this. Sweet. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one.